So I was mind blown by that. Yeah. Now Drew Brees doesn't get that type of pass because he works around 90% black people. Like he's heard the count.
He lives in New Orleans.
Yeah, he lives. He's heard the count.
The whole city is black.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess if you're only watching one media, see, I don't do that. Like I said, I listen to the highest ones. I've listened to Candace Owens videos. I've listened to Glenn Beck. I actually was listening to Glenn Beck today. I listened to a whole bunch of stuff on the right and far right, just to even understand where they're coming from.
Yeah, I do the same.
Yeah, and it's just like, how are you getting so mad and riled up from something you saw on Fox, and you don't even understand the perspective of the person that you're getting mad about? Like, try to understand that too. And a lot of times it may not even move you, but at least you be like, oh, okay, I get it. You get it.
Yeah. You don't have to agree with it, but at least have an understanding before you make either a counter argument or don't agree at all.
Yeah.
You got to know what you're agreeing or not
flabbergasted by that, huh?
Yeah. I said you gotta understand what you're agreeing or not agreeing with.
Right.
You can't just be like, oh, this is a talking point or this is a hot take.
Yeah.
And it's like they don't even show everything. It's ridiculous, dude. It's there's a lot with media alone that needs to be freaking fixed, but that's for another conversation. But yeah, man. Let's close this thing out, man. I appreciate you coming on. It's been really good catching up. You need to come back to San Diego. We need to kick it.
I'm going to go to San Diego, and then you're going to dip out.
I know, right? Well, we'll figure something out. But definitely got to do one of these in person. Something more fun and lighthearted, not as serious as this, but it needed to be said. So I appreciate you coming on. Appreciate you sharing your opinion and having the conversation.
Word. Anytime, man.
All right, man. Well, I'll talk to you later. Well, that was it for today. That was Zeek again for everybody listening. I hope you enjoyed the conversation and got a few gems to take with you. And I encourage you to have this conversation amongst each other and with people you don't necessarily agree with. These conversations play a serious role in how we all view the world and understand why people feel the way they feel. I consider myself a huge proponent for people speaking their mind, even if it can be hateful, because that's the only way to combat hate speech. You know, it's to understand where it stems from and show them through both words and actions how and why they don't need to be thinking the way they do. It won't always work, but if you can change just one person's perspective, then you're doing a huge service for our society as a whole. And that goes for me as well. If I got anything wrong or I was mistaken with any of the things that we covered today, I absolutely have no problem correcting myself and educating myself on what I was wrong about. Or even if you disagree with what I spoke about today, feel free to contact us. I want to have a discussion. We can be reached at limelighthhighlight@gmail.com or any of our social media platforms on Facebook and Instagram at Limelight Highlight. And our Twitter is LLHighlight. So if you'd like to support the podcast, be sure to subscribe, share, and follow. Make sure you leave a rating while you're at it. It helps with our streaming numbers. We are streaming everywhere that you find podcasts, including Spotify, Google Play, and even YouTube. So be sure to spread the word and give the podcast a review. It would be greatly appreciated and help, once again, with the popularity of this podcast. Once again, be sure to visit theblockisback.org to see how you can help get involved and help out kids in Philadelphia. Thank you for always listening, and be sure to come back next week for more positive news. Until next time, be humble, be helpful, pay it forward, be the best you, and remember, it ain't all bad. I'll see y'all next week. Peace.